Talented Ones Media, hashtag TO Media, hashtag TO Radio, hashtag too many hashtags, keep hashtagging it out. And we're back, man. Jay Shepherd, y'all already know the vibes. As you've seen in the other videos, the other recent posts, y'all already know we in ATL. We in Atlanta. TO has invaded Atlanta for this, 1 weekend. We definitely got to come back out. It's a lot of business that's been going on. And so here today, right now, we're here to talk about real business, talk about real up-and-coming. And we're here to really just explain this industry that we're in, you know? Yeah. So I got my girl with me, Mak Parks.
Hi, how are you guys?
So we're here to just talk about what she got going on, what she's doing out here in the city. Really just talk about this bag that she has gotten, the opportunities that has come, and then just to talk about some industry stuff, kind of like give out some game to some people, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, how you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm chilling. I'm doing what I have to do. We out here in Atlanta. This is not my space, this is not my area. You know, we just out here. I got my guys behind the camera. I got Meso over there. He's not gonna say nothing because he's moving around. I got Wes over there. He's fixing the camera somewhere. You got your partner over here. The cameras can't see it, but he over there chilling. So,
it's my Morehouse brother. I don't got no boyfriend.
Oh, shoot.
He was talking about he over there. He's sitting right there.
She said, well, she marked that out real quick. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, she marked that out real quick. She said, anybody that sees this, she's available if you want.
I'm not trying to shoot no shots, but you know.
You'll take a DM slide, maybe.
It depends on who you are.
Depends?
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on who you are.
Come corrected, don't come at all.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's
okay.
it.
Okay, cool. But, so we out here. My boy Cameron sent your stuff my way. I peeked to the scene that you've been kind of in the mix. You know, I like the creative direction side. Work with artists like a Young Thug, like the Lil Babies, working with Daps, which is, for people who don't know who Daps is, he's a film director.
Yeah.
Film director out here. First and foremost, I want to go to be like, before we even get into all that, where are you from? Like, what's the upbringing?
So I'm from Orange County in California, so it's like 30 minutes south of LA. And I grew up in Long Beach primarily for like my younger years, but I went to high school and I did all of like my high school activities like sports, philanthropy work, and like all my like closest friends, like we all live in Orange County and hang out in Orange County. So that's basically where I like tell people I'm from.
Okay, I got you. And like, what was upbringing like? Upbringing was cool?
Yeah, like I don't think I had a really good childhood. Like I've played every sport that you could probably like think of: water polo, tennis, soccer, softball, like horseback riding a little bit for fun. What else? Like,
yeah, that water polo.
I'm a typical like Southern California kid. Like I went to Junior Olympics twice for water polo. I was supposed to get recruited for college for water polo. The typical like Orange County, Southern California.
So you really went kind of crazy with the water polo.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. For sure. That's different.
Like at one point, I think I had practice like 5-6 days a week. Yeah, like all day. High school practice, leave high school practice, go to my club practice, club tournaments, high school tournaments, like 2 teams, yeah.
You know, it's funny because I was a sports kid. I was a football kid. I played all the way up to, I got to my, I guess alma mater at this point, Sam Houston State University. So I played football up there for like a year or some change. And then
my friend went there.
For real?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Vanessa Fan. Well, she got married, so, but she was like, I forgot her actual major. I haven't talked to her in actually a long time.
Shout out to her. If she sees this, shout out to her.
I don't know if she will. She's probably like, oh my God, she thought about me. I haven't even talked to her in so long, but yeah.
You know, for sure. But I think the thing is about sports sometimes, like, it kind of instills that like work ethic, especially in the industry, like the entertainment industry that we're both in. You kind of have to be like, know how to walk in different paths, walk and move, and really just constant work, no sleep and all that. So do you think sports had an effect on work ethic? Could you like go into this
you know
industry?
What's funny is I was just telling my mom about that the other day, is I was saying how like I feel like now like I have moments where I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I feel like, you know, I'm not necessarily where I'm supposed to be in that moment. And I think it's because when I'm not doing something every single day, or sometimes things might be a little bit slow, like I kind of feel like, dang, like what's the next step? When you play a sport, it's like when you go to practice, you're training for like an end goal. You know you have a game that weekend. You're training for that next game.
Right.
Or, and every single process, like every single week is a different step towards an end goal.
Right.
Or even when it comes to like championship games or tournaments, or, you know, you work really hard to try to get your scholarship for college, or you work really hard to try to get drafted, or whatever your end goal is with the sport. I definitely think that it trains you to like get more determination to like attain things for sure.
Nah, I think the same way because whenever I stopped playing football in Sam Houston, I kind of was like, bro, I'm not really doing much every day. Like,
it feels different.
Oh yeah, like I'm still working out, I'm still keeping up my body, stuff like that. But at the same time, like I don't have that constant goal with this stuff, with this business, and you on your end on the creative side, what you got going on, and like figuring out this industry. You have a goal. It's like, okay, I got to get it. And it's, most of the time, you probably don't sleep much. You probably
it depends on the week, yeah, for sure.
Depending on the week, it's like you probably out moving a lot of phone calls. You try to keep yourself busy because it's kind of like you used to that practice for 3 to 4 hours. You used to them weights, working out. You used to.
So idle time is like kind of hard. Like I feel like a lot of people find like idle time is like their relaxation period, but like when I'm sitting too long, it feels like something wrong, or like it feels like something's kind of off. Like I think that me being like just sitting and having like free time is something off.
Like
it feels funny. Yeah, it feels
like
funny.
Yeah, no, I do that. My mom says that to me about all the time. She'll be like, sit down.
Take a breath.
She'll be like, sit down or your body gonna make you sit down. And guess what I do? Nah, you look, I'll sleep when I'm rich. Look, sleeping for the rich, I'm broke. Or jokingly, and the next thing you know, I'm sick. And she's like, you ain't sit down, did you?
You gotta take a break every now and then, though.
Nah, for sure. So I like that connection you have, like, so the sports helped you with the work ethic coming up.
Yeah.
So you've always had that work ethic to get into this space.
Yeah.
So, like, what was the first time, because, okay, you got from Orange County.
Yeah.
So I know you went to school out here. So, big transition, I know, going from Orange County to out here.
Yeah.
How was that transition? Little flip.
I always have a hard time when people ask me that question because, I mean, obviously it was different. Like I was the only black girl graduating at my class of 684 students. There probably was 2 other girls, but they were like mixed. So they weren't, like they're black, but
I get what you're saying.
They weren't like me. Like, look how I look. Like they weren't black girls, you know? But I think that coming out to Spelman and like being around like people that look like just like you, it kind of makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, I guess. But like you start to realize that, you know, you're different, I guess. Like, are certain things that you always felt awkward about growing up because like you're the only black person. You don't have people that share the same experiences with you, and you start to meet people that have like like-minded experiences and they think a certain way because they've been through similar things. Then it makes you feel a little bit more at home. But then you obviously have like the stuff like the drama is different, like the way people handle issues is a little bit different, like
a little more hands-on.
How fast-paced it is. Like Orange County is really like the suburbs, so it's like I'm used to like slow, just, you know, you go to work, you go to like school, you go to do your family stuff, you know, you're not going out for drinks and hookah. Like it's different, especially it'll be like a Monday or a Tuesday out here, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it's still like packed out in the lounge. Like it's just, you have to stay focused. Like it's easier to get distracted, I think.
Nah, for sure. That makes sense. So you got the change of pace from Orange County, moving out here, and even then I know you went to school at Spelman. And so just when you trying to make that move into the entertainment industry, like what was your first step in trying to get into like the mix of things?
I'm not gonna lie, everything has been an accident. Like
oh shit.
Everything has been, not everything.
Is it an accident or is it just like you didn't plan on it?
I didn't plan on it. So I always wanted to be a lawyer. Like when I was growing up, like that was my end goal. My mom, she works for in the government, or she's involved in like, you know, the legal field. And I would always have internships growing up. So ever since I was like 12, I would like, you know, have internships at the courthouse or work with different lawyers or different departments of like the criminal like intake system and just different things like that. And when I came out to Spelman, I'm a political science major. Like, so I knew that was like my focus. So when I went back home for my freshman year summer, I had another internship that summer working with the U.S. District Courts for that whole summer. And I realized like, I really hate like sitting behind a desk. Like this is actually driving me nuts. So I had a friend, she used to do like music, like video vixen type stuff. Not really, I don't like the word, I'm not gonna say the word vixen.
She was in the videos.
Yeah. She was she was a video girl, and she had ended up like dealing with some guy that had told her to pull up to the studio and stuff. So we used to go just to like kick it on some like fun, like this was my freshman year of college. So this is when I first got like, I guess like a taste of it and knew that like when I was at my internship, okay, let me redirect, and I kind of want to get into this a little bit more, is we used to go to the studio just for like fun, like to like kick it. And so one day I was there and like Daps was there because he had just shot like a Young Thug video. And so me and him were just like talking, and I was telling him how like I go to Spelman, like I'm looking for like an internship, and like, you know, I can do this, that, and the third, and like naming out all my skills and stuff. And he was like, all right, well, like let me get your phone number. So the funny thing is, he told me to get his number from a stylist that was at the studio that same night. And when I left, like a part of me felt like he was like playing with me because like he was so nice about it, and like I was used to coming into encounters with people who were like, oh, I can't help you, like well just like email me, like send in this form. He made it seem just so like, oh, like just text me, do whatever. So I left, I didn't get his phone number, like it slipped my mind, like I just completely forgot.
Phone book.
And so like I want to say like a day or two had gone by, and like my friend needed to go pick something up, and we had gone back to the studio, and he was there again because they were still working on that same project. And I was like, yeah, like I forgot to get your number the other day, but like I still want to shadow you, like can I get your number? And he was like, he started laughing, was like, yeah, sure. So we ended up building this friendship, and like really like I go to him for like, he's really like one of my mentors. I go to him for like life advice, like career advice. I might talk to him about like, you know, how do I handle this like friend situation? Like I feel like he's like very wise and stuff. So after that, that's kind of just how it took off, I guess. Like,
and then you just been like meeting people, kind of. We was talking like,
yeah, like networking, going to events, meeting people on set. Like every time I leave somewhere, I try to like follow them on social media, or like, you know, I always tap back in. Like if I work on a new project, I might circle back like, oh, I met so and so. They said that they worked with you on this project, and like I think just keeping up relationships with people is so important because this industry is really, I feel like, based off of like relationships.
Right, because like remember we was talking off air, and I was like, bro, this is a game about like you're meeting strangers.
Yeah, every day.
You're meeting
basically.
strangers all day, you know. So like even you pulling up here, you have to trust the fact that like, oh, they knew one person I know, so I have a background somewhat. It might not be a big one. Like these people are actually legit for me to be sitting here and just have this conversation with them. So I feel that. I definitely feel that. And so you've been starting getting connections from your freshman year.
Yeah.
13, and then you just obviously.
So my freshman year was when I first met my boss. And then me and him, like obviously, like I continued working with him in Creative Row. And then my sophomore year, I kind of started to like branch out a little bit more with just like, I guess, different aspects of the entertainment industry. Like instead of just like video production, I joined a club on campus at Spelman and Morehouse. It was I don't really know where it was, what school initially like founded it, I guess, or what the facts is behind it, but it was an AUC organization. It was for like people who wanted to get involved in like the music industry and stuff. And they had ended up doing like a panel week, and it was like every single day was a different panel. So one day it was a panel with like all these producers, and then the next day was a panel with just like management, and the next day was a panel with people that do like styling or like own their own brand and like, you know, do certain things. So that was when I realized, okay, so like you really could pick whatever you're like good at and monetize it and like really learn how to like, you know, make a career out of it basically. And I think that a lot of times with like a lot of Black youth is that they might be good at something and don't even know that they can make money doing it. Like one of the things that I do is like I make treatments for music videos. So like I'll get sent a song and like think of an idea that like, oh, like when I hear this song, this is what I think of. And I literally put my ideas onto like a visual like storyboard basically, and I like send it back to the label and like sell it basically, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
So it's like, I don't think that anybody thinks like when you ask a kid what they want to be when they grow up, not many people will say I want to sell my ideas and make money. Like I've never heard anybody really like blatantly like say that, but to think that that's like what I do sometimes to like, you know, make an income is just, that's kind of a blessing, you know, like.
Yeah, no, because being a creative, a lot of people, like you just said, like a lot of creatives don't think that like their creativity is of worth value because they don't teach that at school.
No.
It's not a taught thing from the ages of your first grade to your 12th grade that anybody ever say like, hey, you can do this to make money.
Yeah.
No, like a lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact that like shout out to HBCU, shout out to Spelman, shout out to that whole panel stuff for doing that, because I know for sure like in Texas, at the school I went to a PWI. That's those opportunities and that light aren't pushed. Other opportunities, yes, are pushed, but like for something so specific as like the music industry, or specific to be like the entertainment industry, we're gonna have this week full of panels. You know what I'm saying? That's an amazing thing.
So I think that right now, like in my life, I feel like it's kind of just I'm like making the life that I want in my head and just like trying to put it into reality. I don't think that you should really like set a roadmap or like follow a specific mentor like we were talking about earlier. You kind of just, I want to create the life that like I want to live, like every aspect of it. Like I guess that sounds very like privileged for me to say. Like,
no, it sounds like you just know what you want to do.
Yeah, but like I'm taking the steps to just like accomplish everything like slowly that I want to like accomplish.
Nah, for sure. Now, I'm gonna ask this question. I don't know, because like I know how paperwork and stuff goes in the industry.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some of the people that you've worked with, like some artists?
I've been on set with 21 Savage, Gucci Mane, Lil Baby, Lil Yachty. Who else? All Amigos. Who else have I worked with?
That's a powerful bunch of people right there.
I did a birthday shoot with Flo Milli with one of my old friends. He brought me on board with that. I do birthday shoots for like friends and like even like personal. Like I'll put together like a birthday like creative direct and like backdrop and things for that. I'm trying to think. I've been doing it since 2018, so I've been on a lot of sets. I don't know. I don't really like.
I mean, you said.
You know, the thing is, I'm at a point now where like I feel like I don't really view them as like celebrities because like I feel like it's just work when I'm there. So like I don't think that I really feel the excitement of like, oh my God, like this is so and so and like they da 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 da. Like it never really like clicks for me for real. Like it's never a like.
Cause you know why?
You know?
Like, yeah, cause it's something I heard a while back, and it's kind of like. Stars are gonna be stars no matter what. And I think it was a Kevin Hart quote, like no matter what, a star is gonna be a star. So like if you're a star amongst other stars and you just viewing it as every day.
I'm not gonna lie, is like I kind of feel bad for them sometimes. Like when I see how other people try to interact with them on set, or like when I think of like just day-to-day life, like I can go to Target and look a mess, like if I want to. Nobody's gonna notice me, no one's gonna say anything. Like they never have a moment of just like normalcy kind of. So like for me it's like I enjoy my privacy. Like I enjoy like not being like in the mix for real and like kind of just like I don't mind like not being seen. Like I'll go to events and like people when they text me afterwards and say like, oh like damn I didn't see you anywhere. Like I kind of get excited off of that. Like oh like good like like I'm happy nobody saw me for real. But like I don't really get hype off of it. Obviously I put it on my resume for sure. Yeah. But I would have to look at it, I guess. It's kind of just like I just do the job.
No, I feel that. But like, that's the thing though. You used to it now.
Yeah.
You know, so you done figured out a way to do what you love, or do something that in your creative field that you might be wanting to do. Figured out a way to monetize it. Figured out a way to be around people that you listen to. Be kind of like in the mix, but you're not like in the mix for the wrong reasons. I know a whole bunch of people, you know, guys and girls that just want to be around just to be around. Like Lil Wayne used to like said in his videos, like, why do you want to look like somebody that's doing it, but you ain't really doing it?
Yeah.
You know, like no one wants to be, you shouldn't want to be. Like I never want to be that guy. I don't want to be the person, I'm about to say, everybody here, you know, the two people that I know here to listen, I don't never want to be the guy that's like in the mix, just, oh, we here. Hey, we in the building. Mac, we in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Never that. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, but we not really doing nothing.
Yeah,
you know
nobody wants that.
That's a terrible feeling. But so I do have to ask you this question. I do ask everybody on TL, so I got to ask you this. Now, granted, do not look at my hoodie when I ask this, because bias. Don't look at his hoodie or his hoodie either. Cover him up.
You know the thing is, I can't even see for real, so I can't even read the hoodie from here.
That works perfectly.
Yeah.
All right, so. Everybody that comes on the show, I do ask them this question. So, with you being from Orange County, you coming out to Spelman, you know, with the different change of vibes and energy, you figuring out your way, finagling and finessing and doing what you need to do, getting in the right spaces, meeting the right people. Now you're around artists that people would love to and kill to be around all the time. Now you like, Gucci Mane, I know him. Or 21, oh, that's savage. You know, you just like casual like that.
Yeah.
So, which one to you do you think is more important in your mind?
Okay.
Is it this journey of figuring out that you've been on so far, or is it like I have a destination I'm trying to go to, and that's where my focus is at? So.
Okay, so I think personally, when I was like, I can honestly say up until like 6 months ago, it's always been the destination for me. Like everything in life, like even earlier when I told you, like I'll set a plan and I know, like, okay, at the end of the week, like if I do this right every single day, by Friday, I'm gonna get this type of reward. Like I've always been that type of person. So like, I think that even up until like college really, like I knew that everything in my life was with the intent of like going to college, like putting it on a resume for college, like every activity, every like, you know, organization and stuff. Like I enjoyed the mission of those organizations and like obviously like I did it with purpose because I liked the mission statement, but like I knew that, you know, I want to go to a good college. Like my parents have always told me like that's the way that, you know, you become successful, you know? So that's always my end goal. Once school was over with, it kind of just like, all right, so what am I about to do? And like obviously the end goal for a lot of people is to make money, right? Like everybody wants to be successful and be wealthy. Like that's the end goal for a lot of people. But then I started realizing how hard it was to really make money for real. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, people see this stuff on Instagram and they think like, oh, like, it should be so easy to buy these like items that everyone posts about and stuff. But then I realized like, damn, like, you really gotta work to pay for this stuff. Like, I'm so fortunate to when like I have a good family, but like, that really started to like sit on me and I started realizing like, all right, well, the destination is a little far. Like, let me start looking at it, you know, more of let me enjoy what I'm doing in that moment. And then even like when I told you I feel like I'm not doing enough. Right. So I was complaining to my mom like the other week. This is kind of like a personal moment, I guess. And I was telling her how I feel like I'm really just not doing like enough at all whatsoever. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And I feel like I'm just like, I'm ready to just be at my like final destination. Like I'm ready to like be sitting in like all the things I worked so hard for and all the things I've planned for. Like I'm ready to go to like the bank account and just see that the reward is sitting there basically. Right. And she told me that the reason that she feels like I haven't really taken that next step really for real is because I'm not fully thankful for what I have right now. And God is trying to humble me to like, you know, you have to appreciate the journey to get to that destination. So, so in my head, I really thought like, you know, once I really take a deep breath and like slow down, like the destination is important, but the journey to really like to when you get there, that's what really builds the character to appreciate that moment when you get it. If I were to wake up tomorrow morning and everything I ever asked for was sitting right there, the way that I would, you know, appreciate that blessing really wouldn't have that much appreciation behind it. Like I wouldn't be, oh, I'm so happy that, you know, I worked so hard for this moment. Like I would probably be a brat about it and not really appreciate like all the stuff that I went through to get to that point, you know? So like, I just know that like I don't really try to focus on what other people have going on. Like it's really, you know, what can I do this week to better myself and put myself in a position that I want to be in. So everything is focused on like the journey for sure, like everything. Cause I have a bunch of destinations I want to stop at. It's a bunch of things I want to accomplish, so.
Nah, for sure. That's actually a dope ass answer. I'm glad you explained it like that. Cause